I have been reflecting on the words marketing and manipulation a few times, and haven't quite understood the difference between the two, because both words are meant to influence or to change perception. I did a brief search online and stumbled on two articles. The first one says, manipulation is the ability to change the behavior or perception of others in a clever, unscrupulous way. As such, the idea that manipulation can be used for marketing conjures up images of scare tactics and deception. While marketing involves some manipulation, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. The second one, there can be little argument that consumers are growing more suspicious of business. They question its motives and increasingly its marketing, which has recently been said to be manipulative. My conclusion after reading those articles is that both words are intertwined. If a product or service is marketed for its benefits and results in solving a problem, it can be called positive marketing. But if a product or service is marketed purely on the basis of selfishness, it can be called manipulative marketing. The word manipulative has a negative connotation. A manipulative person knows how to twist words, play on emotions and otherwise manage a situation in a sneaky fashion to get what he wants. So, let's take a trip to the Garden of Eden to find out what kind of marketing did Lucifer do. Meet Lucifer, the marketing officer. Daring, crafty, horrible liar, master of deception are only some of his characteristics. Formerly known to be the anointed cherub who dwelt on the holy mountain of God, Lucifer was found guilty of attempting to usurp God's throne and was kicked out. Notorious as he is, he chooses the most crafty animal God created among the wild beasts of the field, the serpent, to fulfill his devilish mission. You will see him in action in his serpent suit later in this video. Adam, Lucifer's most targeted customer. Adam is the first human being on Earth. He is naturally intelligent and has wisdom. He names the animals accordingly when God brings them to him. He also understands DNA. The moment he sees Eve, he immediately recognizes that she comes from him. This is now flesh of my flesh and bone of my bones. Adam is a natural botanist and has knowledge of agriculture. God puts him in the garden to take care of it. Eve, another of Lucifer's targeted customer, but also key influencer. Eve is Adam's soulmate and helper. She has been created from one of his ribs. Eve is loyal and obedient to God's word. She boldly refutes Lucifer's sales pitch, but God did say, "You must not eat from the tree that is in the middle of the garden. You must not touch it." Her boldness is what Lucifer will exploit to influence Adam to partake of the forbidden fruit. The branded product, the famous forbidden fruit. The fruit stands out from all the rest of the fruits in the garden. It has a distinctive feature known by both God and Lucifer. It can open the eyes to the knowledge of good and evil and make one to be like God when eaten. Clear instructions is given to the inhabitants of Eden not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, lest you die. The instruction is well received and is followed closely until the day Lucifer pays them a visit. He is on a secret mission, that of overthrowing God's government to establish his government. Let's listen to the conversation.
Hello, my lady. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, you are the serpent.
Indeed. And you are such a beauty.
Oh, thank you. I'm flattered. Tell me, what is your business?
As usual, to keep an eye on the matters of Eden, and you particularly. I can see you're hungry. What's on the menu?
Some bananas.
What about something else instead? You had bananas already earlier.
What do you suggest?
An exclusivity, sweet and delicious. They're in the middle of the garden.
Oh no, not that one. God said we shall not eat it, nor shall we touch it, otherwise we will die.
Oh, Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? How can you be so sure? Did you understand what God said? Did he mean it? Oh, come on. You will certainly not die.
Back off. God clearly said we may eat the fruits from the trees in the garden, but the one in the middle of the garden, we are not allowed to. I'm not changing my mind.
Let me reveal a secret, one which God hid from you.
What?
God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be open and you will be like him.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I don't get it.
Well, you heard me clearly, my lady.
What does that mean? That my eyes will be opened and I will be like God? Can you clarify, please?
You will have the knowledge of good and evil like God when you eat the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden.
Okay, let me get that right. You are saying that if I eat the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden, my eyes will be opened and I will be like God, having the knowledge of good and evil?
That's right.
And you said that God knew it all along? And he kept it a secret?
He did. If God gave you the freedom, so be free to choose.
I don't know what to think anymore. Why did God hide it? Does that mean that I will be in better control of my life if I eat the fruit?
Yes, my lady, you will.
Let's analyze the conversation. First of all, he lies by saying, "You shall not die." So he reassures her that she's not going to die. And then he presents her with the benefits. Your eyes will be opened, you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Now he tells the truth. How do we know? Genesis 3:23, we see that God confirms what Lucifer said to Eve. The man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. If a statement is a lie, it can be argued. If a statement is true, it is undisputable. But when it is both a lie and a truth, it creates confusion. Now Eve is confused. She doesn't know whom to trust anymore, God or Lucifer. The news that this fruit can open the eyes and make one to be like God when eaten is shocking. She must have thought to herself, how could our Father, who loves and cares so much for us, hide such an important piece of information vital to our lives? Even though the Bible does not give a detailed account of Eve's mental state as a human being, she must have felt betrayed. The very same fruit Eve was careful not to eat and not even to touch suddenly became good for food and pleasing to the eyes, and also desirable for gaining wisdom. Therefore, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband who was next to her, and he ate it. Genesis 3:6. A bit of lies and a bit of truth, crafted, powerfully changed Eve's perception concerning the forbidden fruit. Lucifer's manipulative marketing has been successful. There is an important point to highlight. Lucifer appealed to Eve's two senses, hearing and sight. He spoke words and she listened. The spoken words of Lucifer changed Eve's perception of the fruit. She was free to agree or disagree with Lucifer, but she chose to agree. Since then, nothing has changed. That's how marketing has always been done. Companies appeal to our two senses, hearing and sight. We listen and we look at their product or service the way they want us to. And the moment we take action to buy their product or service, their marketing is successful. Like Eve, we are free to agree or disagree with them. We just need to have our own judgment of what is presented to us. There is only one difference. Technology. It makes marketing even more powerful. But back then in the garden, it was audio and visual without technology.